welcome to Ninja Bill Reviews. And today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Studio Series number 72, Starscream, Decepticon Starscream, and here he is, and I like this figure. I have some problems with it, and we'll get around to it. But to start off with, we'll look at this box, and it's a pretty cool box. So I'll need to raise my camera here. Whoop, there we go. And it's a pretty cool box. It says Generations, Takara Tomy. Transformers up the side there. Has a nice image of the movie Starscream. There he is. Looking all badass. There we go. Studio Series number 72, Starscream. Transformers Bumblebee. On this side, you have a nice image of his face. I don't much care for that face. I'd rather have the face mask. But in this case, I don't know. But, you know, it works. So, yep, there it is, Voyager class. The side of the box has that nice artwork going up the side there. Autobot insignia. I don't know why it doesn't have a Decepticon on the top. It just says Bumblebee Cyberverse, or Transformers Bumblebee, I'm sorry. On the back it says Transformers Bumblebee Starscream. On the back it says Big Screen Inspired. Scale, detail, backdrop. Cybertron Falls. There you go. It's a weird alt mode, man, but okay. Takes 31 steps. There it shows a display stand. That's it for the box. Oh, and inside the box, we'll go ahead and open this up. Take that stand out. There we go. Get rid of that. And this is what the display stand looks like. If you're in that sort of thing, we'll move him. Get him out of there. And he's... Oh, Stan did it because of his wings. There we go. There you go. And you can have him inside that if you want. I think it's a little too big for that, but you know. And I don't keep these for display anyway, so we'll get rid of him. Get rid of that. And we'll get back to this amazing figure. And I do like him. I like him a lot. We'll lower my camera again. Readjust those wings there. And yeah, I like him. I like him a lot. And I'll clean him up and get him straightened out so we can take a proper look at him. And we're back, and here he is, and he's looking pretty cool. And he comes with one accessory, which is this gun. Adjust my lighting here a little bit. Pretty cool. We got like lasers here, the main cannon. Got some detail on it. Pretty cool. I dig it. Blue, black. For the underside, those tabs come into play more for the alt mode. So there's that big slot there. And he can hold that weapon in his hand. Just like so. That peg, that port on his hand. And you can have him hold his weapon. And it looks a little awkward because of that right there. And you can sort of make it look like it's coming out of his arm by having his hand like that. You'll take that weapon, angle it into the slot, and you'll have that look going on. So you can kind of have the look going on there, but any little movement and it will come right off. It's not meant to sit this way, but as you can see, and another thing is there is nowhere for this to store that I can see in the instructions, or you know, by experimentation. There, I could find nowhere that this could store anywhere on this robot mode, not in the back or anywhere other than him holding it in his hands. It's a shame, but would have preferred like some storage. But anyway, here he is, and it's pretty cool. He does come with comes with 3 accessories. He also comes with these 2 blasters right here. They're just molded in black plastic. Got a tab here, port there, and they're both identical. So, pretty cool. Sorry, get that focus going. There we go. So, just done black plastic, and you can either store them on via that port or that tab there. That tab is... This tab and that slot is more for the alt mode, but you can use it for the robot mode if you wish. If you like that look going, you can. But really what you should do is, and that tab will always be facing out, is you using that peg, that port, you slot it in there, and slot this one over here, and there you go. You can have that look going on for you. So anyway, let's take a better look at him. We'll zoom in a bit, and this is his face. And yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm not sure, you know, it's great, but you know, it's okay. I like the red eyes, silver face. Head does rotate around. Now you can get some up on this. If it's weird because it's on a ball joint, and you can get some up if you pull that head sort of off the ball joint. You can get a lot of up out of it, but it breaks the mold. We'll put it back on there. You got no down, but you do got the swivel. No down, so it's okay. But otherwise, you got some silver going on back there. Some blacks. This sort of an eggshell white is what he is. I preferred a more orange canopy over this, but you know, still pretty cool. Got some molded details inside there. The red. Now this can move forward. Now, in the instructions, it says to have this facing outward like that, but I don't like that look. So for transformation, you're supposed to push this in like this. I think it looks better in both modes that way. So, you know, preferences, but the instructions do say to pull this out, and I don't know why. I don't know why, but anyway, there you go. Got some nice silvers, blues, that eggshell white again. Lots of molded detail, thrusters down there, as you can see. So, I mean, he looks great. There's those wings, and you can have these angled downward or more in for a more traditional look. If you wanted, you can definitely do that. If you want sort of a more traditional Starscream wing configuration, you can certainly do that. But otherwise, as a joint right there, it swings out on like that. And you swing up on another joint. Now, when I first posted images, people were saying, "Oh, it's an okay toy. You're gonna be disappointed. All the pins are loose and nothing stayed." Look, solid, not going down, not unless I force it. It's strong. It's good. I'm not worried about it. See, staying up there, staying up there. So you know, your results will vary, is basically what I'm saying. But anyway, you got silver on the inside of those forearms, blue, black for those fists. And one thing I might do is right here, I might get my Dremel tool and drill a 5mm port to stick these on, because I think that would look better. You couldn't do it up here, because that's actually solid, one solid piece. So you couldn't really do it up here, but I could drill into that forearm and make it so that the cannons sit on the forearm, which I think these blasters will look good on the forearm. So that's something that if that's up to you if you want to do that, but I'm probably going to do that. So get my Dremel out and do that. But otherwise, he looks pretty good. He looks pretty good. Now, one thing people may talk about is the waffling in the arm there, but that's for transformation. Sure, they could have flip out panel, but another thing people complain about is the waffling here in the leg, except, whoops, zoom in, there's a reason for that. Look at the molded detail there. Check that out. So there's the mushroom peg it swings on, and they could have just left it empty below that, but no, they actually have plastic in there, molded an extended piece, and has lots of molded detail. That's pretty clever. I can accept that. If they did that for other toys, I wouldn't have a problem with waffling, because they filled in that space. It may not be closed up, but it's filled in, and I like that. I dig it. But he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. For articulation, I already talked about the head. The arms would go all the way around and round. You got to move these wings out of the way, and then the arms will go all the way around. On a joint right here, swings out. Pretty good range of motion. You got a single joint right here for that elbow, and you get a great range out of it. So no problems with there. No wrist articulation except for the in or down rather for transformation. You do have a waist swivel, but it's limited. I will tell you that. It's pretty limited. The waist swivel is in there. And mine is really tight, but as you can see, it's pretty limited by this kibble going on back here. This red piece right here, so it's pretty limited, but you know, you do have one if you want it. Legs will go out that far. If you clear that wing, you can get it back that far. Go out that far on that universal. This is more of a disc hinge, but acts like a universal. Pardon my language. You get a 90-degree bend, slightly over 90 degree. I say we give it to them on that knee. And I wish it had better foot articulation. It doesn't. No real up, down to speak of. No real up, but it does have a really deep rocker. More than what you really need. So overall, I really, really like this toy. It's well articulated. And I think these are the one problem I have. They're don't stay on very tight, but I think it's a great figure. I really do. I like the sculpt. The transformation reminds me sort of an MP, how swings around and folds in. There he is from the back. It's pretty clean. All that space is pretty much filled in. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Pretty clean, other way around. And now comes my problem. It's not the transformation per se. It's the materials in this thing, okay? Legs feel pretty solid, alright? This all feels pretty solid to me. This right here, no, this feels awful. This feels like it's gonna break at the drop of a hat, and I'll show you what I mean. So you can go down a tiny fraction, and you're gonna need that. Pull out this panel on that swing joint right there, swing that out, and this material right here, look at that. It's almost rubbery, but it's not, and it's flimsy plastic. It's just so thin. I mean, for an example, if I can get one here, this is a toothpick. Look at that. Look how thin that plastic is. That worries me. That worries me a lot. That is my one major complaint with this figure. And all my joints are nice and tight, as you can see on here. Nice and tight. So nice and tight. I like that. But this worries me because it's just super thin and feels. It does not feel good. I'm telling you. You know, I dig the robot mode. I do. I think it's my favorite of the two modes. But it's just, it doesn't feel good, man. Doesn't feel good. Anyway, we'll be right back with the alt mode. I'm not going to transform it on camera, but get in there. Get in there. What's the problem? See, things get hung up on one another, and it's that flimsy plastic, and I don't know, man. It worries me. Anyway, we'll be right back with the vehicle mode. Real quick, I forgot to talk about the points of articulation. The wings can move back like that, or forward if you want. You do have this hinge in here, which will move up, move out, as you can see. So you do have that, and you have a hinge right here, which allows you to angle these however you wish. If you wish to have them down like that, you could do that. You could totally do that. So totally up to you. Anyway, I just needed to make sure I included that. I'm back again, and real quick, I want to talk about another thing. And like I said, all my joints and tabs in very tightly, especially this tab into this arms up here. I mean, I've got to put a lot, and I put the force on here, not on the arm joint, but I've got to really break that connection. I mean, just tabs in right there with that tab, that slot right there, but man, oh man, do I got to use some force on that. And yeah, this is getting there. This is getting there. Midway through the transformation. I'll be right back. And here we are, and here he is in his alt mode, and it's something. it's something. It's wow. I mean, look, we're used to having robot kibble underneath the fuselage of the plane. Okay, Transformer fans are used to that, all right? Ever since 84, 85, 86, etc., etc., etc. Robot cable under the fuselage. Alright, no problem. We got it. We got that, alright? This is egregious. I mean, good lord, look at that. And you can take his weapons, and again, via that tab, those slots right there, you should take this. I just can't get past this. This is why I say I'm going to store it in, whoops, sorry, I bumped my camera, in his robot mode. It's probably how I will display him. Swing that back in. Bring this one out. Tab this one in. Right there. Boom, you have that look. And finally, with those tabs there and those tabs there, you take that weapon, a big square slot, those rectangular slots, line those all up. There you go. And come on. Mine doesn't quite like to tab in on the arms like it should. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. Said mine's tough. Likes to act tough. There we go. Finally, it got in. Put those wings back into their proper position. There we go. And there he is, completed in his alt mode. And it is a thing of, well, not beauty, my friends. Not beauty. But there it is. I mean, it's definitely alien, Cybertronian. It's something. You can see his feet hanging out there on the back. All this is his arms right here. All of that is his arms. This is pretty much a gap filler, but it also acts as in robot mode. It's a back filler, and also serves to store that weapon on. But he looks nice. I mean, it looks nice. I guess if it was just this, it'd be awesome. No doubt in my mind, this would be the best Starscream figure. But, there it is. For some reason, they got a cutout up there, but you do have sort of a nose cone weapon going on underneath there. Right in there. So, sort of a cutout. And again, I think I would have preferred a much more orange canopy. So, that's just me, though. But he looks good. Got some nice Decepticon symbol going on there. He does look good. Like the white on that blue. Now when you first get this and start transforming it, you might think you're missing a piece, because this has a fin included that folds up like this. It folds up and then folds over, and you might be thinking, hey, there's a fin, because it has the exact same attachment on this side as it does on this side. And you might be thinking, well, I'm missing a part, but you're really not. It's just a single fin that folds out from this side and not on this side. But when you close it up and tab it all together, it looks like it's sort of one piece. I get this angled properly. There we go. So, it works. And again, you can, if you want, bring those fins back. That kind of look, I suppose. Or if you want, you can have these wings facing the other way, I suppose. Totally up to you how you want to display this. You have your options. Or if you just want this look going on, you can definitely do that. All it is a swing out panel, just like that. So I mean, it's totally up to you. But he does look good. He does look good. But again, it's these pieces right here that form the inside, that will be on the inside of the leg. They just feel really, really cheap, man. Just so cheap. And if you touch this thing, it doesn't tab together very well. If you touch it, it'll come undone, and it doesn't feel good. This part anyway, just this part right here, okay? It's these pieces right here and these joints right here. The rest of this feels solid. All the plastic feels pretty decent. It's this right here. It's, well, as I showed you with a comparison with the toothpick, I mean, look at that plastic, how thin it is, and look at the toothpick. That'll show you how it's just super, super thin plastic. So be careful of that, okay? That's all I'm saying. If you get this, be careful of this white, eggshell white plastic. But he looks pretty good. You got those thrusters. I would have kind of liked it if those thrusters could move up and down. I also would have kind of liked it if these could swing up and fill in something else rather than sitting there. But for transformation, they're supposed to be, you know, inside the leg there to fill in that what would otherwise be a hollow space. This is the top part of the canopy in robot mode. That's where his head is right there. I mean, there's some design choices here that I don't care for. I don't care for the design choices, some of these design choices. But it's an otherwise good figure. If it wasn't for those materials and those design choices, I would say absolutely go pick this up, add it to your collection, okay? But it's subjective. It's up to you if you think this is something you want. I recommend it for the robot mode because I love the robot mode. It feels good. It all tabs in solidly. At least on my copy, everything tabs in solidly. All the joints are nice and tight. There's no loose pin joints or anything like that. It's all good. So this has been my look at Transformers Studio Series number 72, Voyager class Starscream, and I dig it. I dig it a lot. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure you check out my playlist. Make sure you click the like button. Click that bell to stay up to date on all my videos and about everything else. Be good to each other.